What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharp. Wake up legendary is what I'm doing right along with the rest of you this morning. We have an amazing accomplishment that Matt, right before we went live, pointed out to me. And it's that this show, or this week, full of shows, okay, Monday through Friday, have been nothing but women. Nothing but women, okay? I want you to think about that for a second. In a, well, quite frankly, men think that they rule the world anyways. But I can tell you for a long time in even our community, a lot of the people that we were showcasing were men. We're men, we're guys. And that scale has tipped in a major way recently. And I just want to give all of you ladies out there in the community a major shout out. And now would you please help me welcome the fifth amazing legendary woman of this week to the show, Andrea. What's going on, Andrea?
Hi, Dave. Yeah, I'm glad that this has been a week of women. It was actually one of the reasons why I decided to join and to promote the program because it was pretty diverse. And there was a lot of women, there was a lot of people of color, there was a lot of inclusion. So I'm happy to see that keep going.
Yeah. We have a very, it's interesting that you actually noticed that. You noticed that when you were looking into us and deciding to be a part of our community, that there was a diverse group of people here?
Yeah, I noticed like people promoting the program in TikTok and Instagram, also in the Facebook group. I noticed that you can see, at least from my perspective, that it's just not what you
All white,
used to,
it's
like you
not all
used,
white people,
not
right?
all white, yeah, men.
Not all white
So
men, right?
yeah, and you can tell. So yeah, that was like one of the reasons that made me feel more inclined and more happy to be a part of the community.
Yeah,
Because it's also like fine also to be like a like a trailblazer and to like make space for other people. But it was already happening, so I was happy to join.
yeah. I mean, it's one of the things that we take seriously inside of our company too. We have women in leadership roles inside of our company, in the operation side of our company. We have people from all nationalities, backgrounds, cultures, all throughout our company on the internal side. I think that if you look at both the community and the staff, I think it's an example of what the world looks like, and I think it's also an example of where we're headed in this world. We are headed more in a place to where we're working together globally versus nationally, because the internet gives us that ability. Do you agree?
Yeah, and as well because me for example, I'm not from the US, and there's a lot of programs that don't allow people that are not from strictly the US. And
Yeah.
when I talk to people, like there's a lot of people from other countries that want to join and then want to promote it, and that's also like a big advantage because you guys are open to a lot of countries, like just
Yeah.
a few that are not possible yet. But
Yeah.
yeah, I also think that's pretty cool.
So, where are you from? And Peru, right?
Yeah, I'm from Peru, and
Are you
I
there
also
now?
am in Peru now. Yes, I've been here from the pandemic, and hopefully I
Yeah.
can start, yeah, traveling next year again.
That
But
was
I'm
the
here
last
for now.
big trip. That was the last big trip that my wife and I took, was to Peru. We flew into Lima, then we went out to Cusco, and then we went out to Machu Picchu and
That's
had
cool.
an absolute adventure. It was wonderful.
And you didn't know it was gonna be the last one, yeah.
No, no, no. We actually, it was like right in, when was that, babe? Right in the end of beginning of 2020, right? The end of January in 2020. That was
Oh
when we
yes,
were there.
right
Yeah,
before, yeah, right before. Yeah, I was traveling until February 2020, and
yeah.
then I had to like come back really, really fast, and I've been here since then.
All right. So tell us about how to use, basically tell us about how you found Legendary. Give us a little bit of your origin story, a nutshell version of it, so we can know more about you. And then how did you find us, and what made you get started going through our training and then deciding to be part of our community?
Okay, well, kind of like to sum it up, I used to work as a publicist for around 10, 12 years. I went to college for advertising and I used to work as a publicist. And I always wanted to like do something like different and not have a 9 to 5 like most of us. Uh, so I started looking into different side hustles and online stuff. And I first started with other things. Actually, started with Amazon private label. So I did that for a while. It kind of went well, but they ended up closing my account, and I realized that it was not a very sustainable business because you don't really have control over it, and they don't really have a very good seller support
You got your
system.
Amazon store shut
Yeah,
down.
I got it shut down based on a false claim, and I had to pay for lawyers, and I had to pay to remove my inventory. It wasn't very profitable at the end, actually.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So I obviously didn't want to continue with that. So I kept looking, and then since I have some inventory from that business that I had removed, I ended up looking into drop shipping because I didn't have the inventory with me; it was in our warehouse. So I ended up looking into drop shipping. I did a little bit of that, kind of along with Facebook ads. I was doing ads because I wasn't feeling very comfortable yet to do like my own content. So I started with that, but then also was not very profitable because with the ads and all the shipping and the product cost, it was not very sustainable. So that's when I found out affiliate marketing. And I first actually started doing affiliate marketing through other methods. I was doing native ads. I was promoting other type of offers, CPA offers, and it was doing well. But also, I felt like it was kind of like always kind of like putting out fires that you were not building anything. And I wanted to build something like that can grow over time and that was gonna become more passive. So that's when I started. I first created a blog actually, so I have a few blogs. I started building those through SEO and through Pinterest. And then along the way, I was promoting like digital marketing software mostly, like ClickFunnels, email software. And then I found Legendary, and I thought it was a pretty cool program. And I also wanted to teach people how to do this, but I didn't have my own program at the moment. So, and I saw it, and I figured I was not going to be able to do something better like by myself because it's like a huge company that already has like the whole system. So that's when I decided to promote it as well.
Nice. So you have the experience of losing Amazon accounts. You have the experience of seeing other business models. You have this experience of sort of being in the digital marketing world. I mean, you even went to school for it. You've got a lot of experience. You've got a lot of knowledge, and now you're here landing, and you're in Legendary Marketer is one of the programs that you're involved in and that you're promoting. You also, which we're happy and proud of that. I mean, just the fact that you see uh, so much value here after knowing all the other things you could be doing. I think that says a lot. It's a humble brag is what I'm doing. So thank you, and congrats to the Legendary team and the community for being attractive to somebody who's already a seasoned veteran. Now let's talk a little bit about how you've learned from your mistakes, learned from things in the past, and you have set up multiple channels of multiple streams of traffic. So no matter what happens, you're always secure, and your business can continue to keep running no matter what. Talk to us about like what made you begin to set up those multiple streams of traffic, what those streams are, and what you know now that you would have taught yourself at the very beginning if you knew.
Okay, yes. Since I have like all of these experiences and all of these mistakes that I learned from, I realized that having just one source of income or just one source of traffic was always kind of risky because like you are never like in full control of your social media or even your ads accounts or an Amazon business, for example. So I was obviously scared of that happening again. So I decided that I wanted to be like a more safe like system where you were always secure no matter what happened. So that's what I started creating like my blog, because I know that your own website is something that is kind of hard that people are gonna take away from you. Like it can happen, but it's like a pretty secure thing. And then I started creating different sources of traffic for that, which involve like Pinterest is one of like the main things that I started using.
We keep hearing Pinterest a lot this week, and I want everybody to pay attention because Pinterest, I think, is a way undervalued platform.
Yeah, I think Pinterest is going to be huge next year because they are adding a lot of like short form video. And I think it's gonna like compete a lot with Instagram, because Instagram's like not knowing what they're doing. So I included Pinterest. I also use Instagram Reels. Well, Instagram like mostly Reels, and I have a few TikTok accounts because we know that also TikTok has like a lot of like they can also close your account pretty often. So I have a few TikTok accounts that have luckily haven't been closed yet, but I have a few times of having like not be able to post for a few days. So I have that. I also email, and well, I'm SEO. Like I also get traffic from Google, and that's it. I also started with YouTube next year. So I think that seems like a little bit overwhelming for people at first, because like, well, I have to do all of this if I wanna like be successful. I have like a profitable business, but I started with just one, and then you like continue to add more, and I also think it's important to have like a short-term traffic, but like TikTok and Reels, you can see results pretty quickly, and that's encouraging for beginners. But also you don't want to like be tied to having to post every day. So that's why I also have like having other sources of more like passive traffic like Pinterest and Google.
Well, here's what for the new people who are just starting out, the easiest thing to do is to get on a platform like TikTok and then repurpose that TikTok, repurpose that content right from TikTok onto Instagram. Use one of these SnapTik softwares to pull just create the video right in TikTok, and then use one of the software programs like SnapTik or something to take off the branding, the TikTok branding, and then just repurpose that same video on Instagram Reels, repurpose that same video on Pinterest, repurpose that same video on YouTube, and right there you're using the same one piece of content and you're posting it on 4 different places. So, that would be, I think today, in now almost in less than 24 hours, 2022, we're in a place to where all the platforms in some way are mimicking each other. They're copying each other, they're trying to keep up, they're competing for us. So we're more in control than we've ever been before, because if there's other choices, you know what I mean?
Yeah, whoever is making the content has the attention and has the power because they
Exactly,
want people to
exactly.
stay on the app.
It's not the platform anymore because the platforms are so similar. TikTok has been really powerful, but the truth is that, you know, Andre, you were just talking about Andre. He's also from Peru. He's been kicking major ass. I mean, he's built the majority of his business from Instagram
On
Reels.
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's people who are building their business from Twitter. You know, in our business blueprints that we sell, our flagship training program, we've got thorough training on each one of these platforms with thorough examples of how you can start on Facebook, how you can start on Twitter. I mean, you know, how you can do this even if you don't want to put your face out there. Like Twitter is a great place to start. There's so much you can do, but yes, I appreciate you pointing out the fact that if you're brand new and you're feeling like, oh, I need to be having a blog, a YouTube channel, 4 TikTok channels, Instagram, you don't need all that to make 6 figures as an affiliate marketer, selling information, selling other people's products. You can repurpose the same piece of content across 4 or 5 different platforms, and you know, it's almost like just creating a fire and then you're just throwing gasoline on it, and it's a really simple thing to do.
Yeah, and one piece of content can bring like traffic from like it kind of seems like it's gonna be the same people, but it's very different people that are using all the apps. So yeah, like the same content that maybe performs pretty well on TikTok doesn't perform that well on Instagram, or vice versa. But since you are posting on multiple sites, you have more opportunities for that content to do well. So even if it's not going that well in one place, it's gonna like bring you a lot of people.
Yeah, and you're collecting emails, so you're building yet something else that can't be taken from you. You know, your blog is an example of something that you own as long as you continue to keep paying that, you know, for your hosting.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, unless you're putting up illegal content, child, you know, unless you're doing terrorist, you know, I
I'm
mean,
not doing that.
yeah, they can't take that from you. I mean, that's something that you're paying for. It's a private service, and you're paying for your own hosting, just like Facebook pays for its own hosting. So the email
Yeah, and
list,
that's like $3 a month. So it's people
right? It's
find it
cheap.
overwhelming, like to have your own website, but it's pretty cheap. Yeah, and it's pretty.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
even if you are not, sorry, even if you are not like an expert, you can still like you can even post like the same content. You can adapt it, and if you make like a TikTok video, you can still like type it and kind of like
Yeah.
write the same idea into a blog post or even into an Instagram post.
Right, or get it transcribed. I mean,
Yeah.
what we do with this show is we do this show live every day, and then we take this content, it lives here on Facebook, right? So it stays on Facebook. We also post this video on YouTube. We then also take the audio of this and we put it on all the podcast platforms. And then we take the video and we transcribe it and we put it on our blog. And a lot of people don't even realize that.
On
You
the
know,
blog.
if you go, we've got literally, if you go over to our blog, we've literally got, you know, we've got thousands. Well, I don't know, probably 1,000 blog posts or more.
Probably because you make videos every day. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, and look at how long in kind
I
of
haven't seen that.
content rich these blog posts are. So we're also getting traffic, you know, from multiple sources from this show, which mostly this show is made to serve our community here, you know, but it's also bringing in traffic. And if you noticed, you know, that traffic that it's bringing in, we have, what do we have right up here at the beginning of, you know, we have a button that says, you know, get a free training with some copy, and that will take you to an opt-in page. You know what I mean? So it's all of the traffic that we're getting, we take advantage of. And oh, by the way,
everything is going to the same like a funnel.
Exactly. The top of the funnel is wide and it always funnels down into the same place. And by the way, those blog posts, just for you affiliates, if you ever wanted to use those blog posts, you just have to put question mark and your affiliate ID at the end. And all those blog posts are also affiliate cookied. So you could also, if you wanted to ever use those blog posts in your email follow-up series or anything like that, you can just use your little question mark,
Your affiliate
AID question mark, whatever it is it's question mark, I think AID equals, and then your affiliate. You just put that, your affiliate ID, you put that at the end of the blog post, and now that you can email that out, and that's cookied to you. So just a kind of little nugget for those of you who are affiliates.
Yeah, you can also use that for Pinterest, because on Pinterest, if we're going to talk a little bit about that, you need to have like a lot of like URLs, so you can post frequently. They don't like it when you post the same address like pretty often, and you need to post like frequently as with other platforms. So you can use that, and you have like hundreds of URLs to post, and they can all like bring you people. Even if you're not making content, you can use that to post on Pinterest with your ID.
So you're saying that Pinterest likes you to post content that goes out to different places? Is that what you're saying?
I get a lot of questions of people because they all only have like their funnel, and I tell them that they need to post often, but they can't post the same like website, the same address all the time, because Pinterest is gonna see like a spam. So you cannot post your funnel URL every day. So you don't have other URLs, you don't have blog posts, you don't have Instagram links. You can post like the legendary post with your ID.
Yeah. And just to be super clear, so people don't have questions that go flood into customer support about how to do that. Just if you happen to be an affiliate, what you do is you go back in here into your funnels. The best way to go to affiliate links, the best way to know what your affiliate ID is, it's right there. So question mark AID equals 106 is mine. I would go right here to that particular blog post, and you can see it's already got question mark AID equals. So I'm just going to paste that right onto the end of the blog post. And now this particular blog post, since I've added that question mark AID equals 106, so add yours. Now that particular blog post, I can take that link, and now that blog post, let's just say I posted it on Facebook, just for example, that blog post is now affiliate tracked to me. Okay, so that's just a quick tutorial of how that works. Sounds like somebody's arriving at your house there, and your greeter.
It's a neighbor's dog. Can you hear it? Yeah, I didn't know you could hear it.
Sounds like my dad. Yeah. He has a neighbor with a dog that he's ready to.
This is always the smallest dog that are the loudest. Yeah, this one is a small one. But that's pretty cool. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Because you can even post that. Like I was just thinking about all the possibilities that you have with this like blog format that you guys have. You can use that for Twitter. You can just like write a small description and just like send people to the blog post so they can read more. Or you can even use it for Google Ads, because since you have like so much like content and like so much different topics, you can target a lot of like different keywords and just send people to the blog post, and you don't even have to have a blog. So that's great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's so many tools here. If you want to get into affiliate marketing, if you want to be in the make money online niche, you don't have to, folks. I mean, there's so many different niches. We talk about that a lot. If you listen closely, I was in the Business Blueprints group last night answering questions to a gentleman, I think named Stacy, if I remember. He was going into the diabetes niche, and I was answering some questions, so all these principles, they apply to every single niche. We have a lot of students who start in the make money online or business opportunity niche, promoting products like Legendary and others when they get started, and that's fantastic. I've stayed in this niche for 10 years because I love it, and I love sharing the idea of freedom, and I love watching somebody make their first commission and then quit their job. And
Yeah,
I
that's
just
very cool.
I love this industry. I feel that it's an industry that's riddled with a lot of, it's also an industry that's riddled with a lot of sketchy, you don't really know what to
Yeah,
take and
scams.
trust.
Yeah.
So I feel that our community also provides a safe, honest place for people to learn about how to build a business, a real business online. And and is not we're not going to BS you. It's not an overnight thing. It's not something that's going to happen just within the click of a couple of clicks of your mouse. But you can build something that's real, and you can build something that's sustainable, like you said, and you can do it with the support of an amazing community, and a diverse community.
At diverse, that's important. Yeah, and a lot of people don't wanna get into the money making niche because they feel that they have to put themselves out there, like show their faces and just create content. And that's what kind of like keeps them away from affiliate marketing. But once they realize that they are already like consuming and loving other products that they can share,
Yeah.
then yeah, it's also more approachable for everybody because not everybody wants to create content and like change people's lives like this.
So if somebody was sitting on a checkout page and they were making a decision about, going through our training and really diving head first, what would your testimonial, what would your personal testimony, and what would your advice be about them getting involved here with Legendary?
I will share my experience and tell how uh, happy and excited I am that I took the training and that I can share it with everybody. Like Legendary is like a big part of my products. So I share the training because I learned a lot from it. And it's such a like a small like the 50-day challenge is such a small investment. And I think nobody has ever regretted taking the challenge. And even if they would regret it, they can also, I guess, ask for a refund. But yeah, I think it's a lot of value in such a affordable challenge that anyone can benefit from. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, take it. I'll say take it now.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a new year, and a lot of people are having their resolutions, and everybody is trying to uh, a lot of people are trying to not go back to their office jobs. So it's a great opportunity if you're trying to change what your outcome is going to be next year.
Yeah. Well, you are a inspiration, Andrea. Thank you so much for your time this morning, all the way from Peru. We love to meet and talk with
Thank
our
you.
members and the family here, the community that's all over the world. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend with us and share some of your value and experience. It's been a wealth of experience in just a short period of time. And come back here in a couple of months and keep us posted on your journey, okay?
Of course, thank you, and happy New Year for everyone.
All right. Happy New Year, Andrea. We'll talk to you later. All right, my friends, you can go and follow Andrea at Andrea_business hacks. All right. She's on TikTok. Obviously, she's on other platforms as well, but you can find her at Andrea_business hacks. Now, one of the things, I don't know where my phone is. Oh, it's in my pocket. One of the things that also, in terms of just your routine, right? Your routine, I would recommend is also get a text reminder. The text reminder right there. It's just a simple little thing. Okay. Simple little thing that we send every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday when we go live. so you can get a quick notification, and there's a link that comes with it. You can just hop right on the show. You can hop on it, obviously, from your phone, or you can get a reminder that we're going live on, and jump on your computer and watch it. But either way, text WUL to 813-296-8553 so we can have you join us every morning, or as many mornings as you can. And I promise you that if you tune into this show every day throughout 2022, by the end of 2022, you will be a completely different person, because you will have listened to so many different people. You can no longer say, I don't have a support system. I don't have people that understand me. I don't have friends in this business. I don't have anybody who's doing the same thing. Because 5 days a week, we are going to sit with men, women from the United States of America and all around the world, different races, different religions. We are going to different ages. We are going to show you that it's possible for you, no matter who you are, where you're at, where you come from, what you've been through, what you're doing right now. It's possible for you to have freedom, to build a business that you love, to have a life and a business that you love through work, through effort. Absolutely. Just like anything, nothing's handed to you. Nothing's free. But I will guarantee that if you tune into this show and you get involved in our community and you take our training, every single person that you see that's successful on the show has gone through our training. There's no secret. We don't email them a secret strategy. They've gone through our training and they've applied it. So I guarantee you that if you combine taking the training seriously and putting it into action with showing up and listening to the successful people every morning that we have on this show, at the end of the year, even sooner, you will be a completely mentally and emotionally different person, moving towards the best version of yourself. You can do that simply by texting WUL to the number 813-296-8553. Get that text message reminder. Look, it's like I'm selling you nothing here, only just to get on our text message list so we can give you a gentle reminder every morning to show up, to help you build a routine. And I promise you, I guarantee you this, that it will help you grow. It will help you transform into the best version of yourself so you can live the life that you deserve and eliminate the pain in your life, whether it's debt, whether it's unhappiness with a job you hate, whether it's just more all-around fulfillment. You can eliminate the pain in your life and start moving towards the life that you deserve. So text that number, get on that reminder list every morning so you can join us 5 days a week. And my friend, it is just hours away from a new year. This is a time that you look back, you say, did I do what I wanted to do? Did I do what I said I was going to do? And how can I make sure that in the next year, on December 31st, 2022, I don't have the same pain and regret that I have maybe today as I look back? Or if you accomplished goals, then you pat yourself, you say, hell yeah, how can I do it again? And maybe how can I do it better, easier, bigger? But now is the time to reflect and make commitments to yourself about what this next year is going to look like. Okay? Again, you can follow our guest, Andrea, 5th woman on the show this week. All women on the show this week. You can follow her on TikTok at Andrea_business hacks on TikTok. And here's the corniest joke that we all love to say. Get out of here. Be legendary. I'll see your asses next year, okay? See ya.